Shalom, Akim, all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bashim, Yahushai, Bashim, Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, salutation to you, Akim, doing the work in truth and sincerity. This is another video, basically about not trusting your enemy. Copyright disclaimer, the copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by the copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit education or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. So, let's get right into it.
I'm sorry. Stop letting your fucking kids be friends with white folks. And this is not to say it's not always about race. It's not that deep. That's the motherfucking problem. Y'all it's not that deep back into slavery because it is that motherfucking deep. Because they allow us to feel like we're accepted to a position where we start thinking like we're one of them. And I just so eloquently had to tell some of my kids that I mentor, you have to be twice as good as them to get half of what they get. Because you have to understand the system that they operate in is not because they're white, it's because their whiteness gives them the ability and the privilege to do so. So when we allow our kids to be friends with other races, even this particular situation that just happened with this young man that came up missing after he was on a boat ride with 3 other young white men, you put them in a position where they begin to believe that they are equals. And it's not to say that they aren't. I take that back because they aren't. We have to get back to teaching our kids that we are the superior. We are the blueprint. We are the foundation. It is hard to be friends with someone whose culture comes from, is rooted in creating oppression for a group of people, a race of people. And these are the friends that our black kids believe that they can be friends with. That's their family that they come from. That's not how this shit works. And this is coming from somebody, I went to some of the whitest high schools, was able to adapt. I'm talking.
Alright, and let me pause it for a moment because I wanted to read this scripture, Deuteronomy 7:6. For thou art an holy people unto Yahweh thy power. Yahweh thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. So she's right about saying, teach our people that, our children, that we are above them, we are better than them, you know. So let's keep going.
About code switching, I'm talking about all of the above. Was friends with white people, have literally lived with white people in my foster homes who, thank God, were pure, genuine hearted people. And I'm not to say that every white person is like this, but the majority. You have to understand that the day and age that we are in is very similar to 50 years ago, 200 years ago. The only thing is that they are extremely well at being able to manipulate the structure and the formatting of how they can oppress you.
Alright, and I'm going to stop it there. You know, you can watch the rest of the video if you want to keep going. This is the title of it. And we're at about minute 14, you know, where she starts at. So, you can watch the rest of the video. As a matter of fact, let me play the rest of it.
How far they can go to harm you, to damage you. Because in order for the oppressor to see that something is wrong, they have to first acknowledge that the person is not property. They do not view us as a person, they view us as a property. Therefore, how can my property be as equal to me? Do you equivalate your value to your home or your apartment, your car, whatever it is that you possess, to the same value that you equivalate yourself to? It just doesn't fucking make sense. We do not need to be having these type of interpersonal relationships with other races. It is that deep. It is that deep. And like I said, it's not every white person. You will get maybe 5 good ones out of fucking 500,000. But the majority is what we are battling against, not the minority, because we can't acknowledge history for the ones that have fought and stood up with us and understood that this is wrong. Because in reality, the structure that we live in is not going to be changed by black people. It's going to be changed from white people saying to white people that this needs to change because it's wrong. But I'm telling you, as a mentor, spirits and the world that we operate in, you cannot allow your kids. Hell no. No, you can't go with them. They can come over here. It's got to be that motherfucking deep, because we will. It's not that deep right back where we motherfucking fought to not be at. And I believe our ancestors did not fight, die, swinging, crying to get us to this motherfucking point. I just don't believe it. So block me, delete me, do whatever the fuck you want to do. I wholeheartedly stand behind that. Use your discernment. Teach your kids well. Educate them. Educate yourself, because we are in a day and age. If you do not know who you are, you will be told who to be. If you do not say that this hurt, they will tell you that you enjoyed the pain. Figure out what side you want to be on. Protect your motherfucking kids, because I can tell you the same way that the motherfucking kids lawyered up behind that situation, they gonna take care of theirs. When the fuck are we gonna start taking care of ours? Racist?
Now, yeah, you heard what she had to say. She ain't said nothing wrong. Now let's get to this video.
In Washington state, Democratic Senator Patty Murray is condemning an incident where ICE agents released an attack dog on one of her constituents last month in Vancouver. According to Senator Murray, Wilmer Toledo Martinez suffered horrific injuries after an ICE agent lured him out of his home before violently arresting him. His neighbor, John Williams Sr., witnessed the attack. He spoke to TV station KGW.
His wife screaming, the kids in the car screaming. I'm glad his 7-year-old daughter wasn't here. The 2 and 3-year-old was here. And we were trying to ask what's going on. And they telling her to get back, or we gonna sick the dog on you. I never saw nothing like this in my life, close up with no one. You know, and it hurts. It really hurts, man. Especially happening to a young man like that, man. You know, a good, honest young man.
Toledo Martinez was hospitalized, received stitches for gruesome injuries. His attorney says ICE delayed his medical care for several hours and that a prescription for antibiotics was never filled by staff at the Northwest ICE Processing Center in Tacoma, where he's been held since his arrest. In a statement, Senator Murray said, quote, "This should shock the conscience of every one of us. I do not want to live in an America where federal agents can sick attack dogs on peaceful residents with impunity and face no consequences," the senator said. California's Department of Justice.
I mean, hey, they've already done it. They've already done it. Lest Esau forget that this is their history, man. And all they're really doing is trying to go back to their old ways, man. That's all they're really trying to do, is go back to their old ways. So I got a couple of scriptures. First, Ecclesiastes 12 and 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped the looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. This is that same devil from the mid 1900s and early 1900s, man. Sick and attack dogs on quote unquote innocence. Hey, that's what they've been doing. Difference is they did it to the tribe of Judah back then. Now they're doing it to the tribe of Issachar. They did it to the northern kingdom, now to the southern kingdom. Now they're doing it to the northern kingdom. That's the only difference, man. Now they're doing it to the northern kingdom. They already been doing it to have done it to the southern kingdom. And make no mistake, this is what they're trying to get back to. All they're doing right now is if you play pool, they knocking all the other balls off the table. They waiting for last to get us again. It's like that lady said, hey, it ain't that deep back into slavery. That's what they trying to do. I mean, all they doing now is just doing it to the other tribes. That's it. And like I already got for an old girl, for thou art an holy people unto Yahweh thy power. Yahweh thy power had chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all above all people that are upon the face of the earth. And that's why. Because we special to the Heavenly Father and we're above all people, including them, that were used to punish us, and they took the punishment too far. And now that they see their kingdom is falling, they trying to get back to this. They trying to reverse time. It's not going to happen. But that's what they trying to do. This is Revelations chapter 12, verse 9. And the great dragon was cast off, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceived the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. So this is that same old devil, man. That same old serpent. Never trust thine enemy. Because this serpent hasn't changed, man. And this is the last one, Obadiah 1 and 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. The violence against his brother Jacob, man. I mean, it's the same scenario.
Democratic Senator Patty Murray is condemning an incident where ICE agents released an
attack dog, man. Look at this devil. Couldn't wait, man. You seen the injuries on the dude, man. He couldn't wait. Loving every minute of it. That's the violence Esau got for Jacob, man. That's the violence that they got for Jake. First they did it on the southern kingdom, the so-called Negro tribes. Now they're doing it to the northern kingdom, the so-called Latin tribes. So this devil ain't changed. And this devil ain't gonna change until we put him in, until Yahweh Shem Shai put him in chains, man. You know, but that's the message. This is what these devils want to go back to. And they showing you damn near daily at this point. This is what they want. With the Nolan Wells case, you see they protect their own. And you're not getting no justice for Nolan Wells. Them motherfuckers are not gonna convict the murderers that was with him, that he called his friends. They ain't gonna convict those murderers, man. You ain't gonna get no justice. So I'm gonna end it there. All praise and glory to Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai Bashim Kakadash. Double honors to the apostle of Great Millstone. Salutation to you, I can do in the work of true sincerity. Till the next time, Shalom.